Hello, today I'm going to be installing a Frantz oil filter to my 2005 Ford Expedition. I'm going to mount it right here underneath on the frame there. Seems to be the best place to put it. So I'll put some tape on the frame there so it's easier to see. I'll put the mounting bracket up here where I want it, and I'm going to mark it. With that marked, that right in the center. Hopefully we'll get a good little divot in there. Go. Now it's time to drill. Oops. Tape off. Alright, now I got the bracket up here. Let's see if we can get this. Whoops. Hit the camera. See if we can get this started. Get her in there. So I got the mounting bracket on, and you can tell it's pretty it's pretty tight on there. I got one bolt from the back on the other side with a nut, and then I had to use the two of the metal screws that came with the bracket because I couldn't reach it from the other side, but that's on there pretty tight. Looks pretty good. So now I'm going to move on to changing the oil out. Oil has stopped dripping, so I'm going to go ahead and put the plug back in and move up and then take the oil filter off, and I'm going to put an oil filter sandwich plate in there, so I can have that as my input into my Frantz oil filter, and then the output I'm going to set it up into my oil cap. This oil comes down into the bucket. That drain for a minute. 3 of the 4 holes plugged here, and I'll torque them down, and then I'll add the adapter to that. The 4 adapters and one of the angle pieces from the kit to put in there, so the hose will mate up against that. Now I'm going to install this onto the engine. So that fits right on to where the old spigot is. Let's put that right up there. Let's see if we can get that screwed on. There we go. Now we want to orient the way we want to run the hose. We want to make sure there's nothing that's going to hit it while we have it out. So each one of those are easy to get to in case we have to torque it down if anything leaks, which I don't think it will. So I'm going to go ahead and torque the bolts, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Tight. So on the sandwich adapter, it has a gasket on one side, and put the gasket towards the engine block because the oil filter has its own gasket. Oil filter on, and there is the hose connection right there that I'm going to use to mount right here where I put my bracket at with the hose. So that's going to be my fill, my pressure line going from the engine block to where the Fram filter will be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole, then I'm going to tap that in there so that we can actually have a way to drain the oil back into the engine block. Drilling this, there's actually a double wall in there. So there's a space here, and there's a space here. So I'm going to drill out the inner space with a 1-inch bit so I have a clear path. Inner wall, I got this out, and now I got a clear path in there. It was a 3/8 inch hole on the top. Now I'll thread that in, and then I should have a good mating surface for my return line. So now I'm going to make up one end of the hose. You put the hose clamp on there, and then you're going to put this down in there. But before you do that, I think I'm going to lubricate it up a little bit with some oil so we can get it in there. Just some brand new oil I just got. Just enough to get it up and over there. Alright, so there's that. Let's see if we can get it in there. Push it down in there good and tight. So there we go. It's good up against the stop there. I'm going to take this up, and you want to put it over the bundle. Push it on the ground there. There we go. And then you take your cutters, and you take it and you put it right here, and you squeeze. Now you got a good solid hose right there. Now you're going to come out. Okay, so you got to make this up, and I'm going to thread this on in here and show you where it goes. on the bottom it says in and out. Should have it upside down. One says in, one says out. The in is the high pressure source, so that's where it's coming off the hose I just connected onto my filter sandwich adapter. And I mocked it up, and I have to turn this about 180, so it's coming more over here instead of that away. Just got to be careful in the instruction that says don't over tighten because it's tapered, so you don't want to actually damage the housing on both of these holes right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up, and then I'm gonna cut the link to my hose, and then I'm going to put the other end on it, and then I'm going to run the outlet and then up into my oil cap. So I just got all my hoses ran. That one's coming from sandwich adapter into the inlet, and then the outlet, I have the hose run, comes along the bottom here, and then I ran it up, put some zip ties on it, and then up on the top. And then it comes up, comes right here to the top of my oil cap. So now I'm just going to fill up the oil, and then I'm going to start the truck up and see if she runs with no oil leaks. All right, engine's running and no oil leaks so far, so I'm going to let her run for a while. I did spill oil when I was filling. I let go of the funnel, and the funnel tipped on me a little bit, got a little oil there, but that was just operator error. But that's my video on how to install a Fram oil filter in a 2005 Ford Expedition.